Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's Friday is it the 8th? I think it's the 8th today, isn't it now? Friday the 8th of November. Where is the year going? We'll be nearly in 2019 soon. Heading home at 5:30 actually, not bad for me.
K-band, radar, check speed.
Yes, it's traffic lights, dear. So, what's this week been like? It's not been too bad, to be honest. Not bad at all. Oh, do you know? Ooh, nearly. Oh, yeah. Oh. So, yeah, I'm tired as usual. That's good, isn't it? Not been too bad a week, really. I actually managed to do the vlog last week, which Mr. Nellis would be pleased about. I uploaded it Friday night, not Friday night, Saturday night, Mr. Nellis, but actually then fell asleep before I actually remembered to make it live. So goodness knows what time on Sunday it was I did that. But anyway, I managed it. So last weekend, pretty steady Saturday actually. I don't think a great deal happened. Nothing of interest. Sunday I went swimming with the boy again, and then went to see my dad and cooked him his Sunday lunch, so that was pretty good. That was pretty much all of that. Oh, yeah, sleepy. Managed to get me some Sublime Sunday post in Sunday night on Steam It. Not doing so great at doing posts at the moment, to be honest. The Saturday I managed to do Legoland Part 2 from the previous, Part 1 the previous Saturday, so that was about it. The vlog's completely gone out the window at the moment, just because I'm not really getting time. So I did the Lego one on Saturday, did my Sublime Sunday on the Sunday evening, which I went for a little walk on the Sunday morning on the way to the shop, and just took some photos while I was out and about there, and that did for it. So that was good. Work, it's been steady away, to be honest. No particular day has been ridiculously overloaded with work, but it's kind of just being nice and steady, being what you prefer, you know, a nice steady week. Whereas sometimes we get one day when everyone orders and you can't keep up, and then you have a few days where there's hardly anything happening, and you're kind of like, well, couldn't you spread it out a bit to make life easier? Wednesday got a bit hectic. Had some guys come over, and they had actually booked that they were going to come and see the roaster, so I was going to roast some coffee for them, and they were going to watch it being roasted. Then so I did that, and they were there for probably about 3/4 of an hour or so, looking at it, and did a few roasts. Then just as they went, someone turned up to pick some stock up, so I was waiting for them. And then after they'd been, the owner of Ellen Brewery turns up, who has, oh, that reminds me, I've not sent those forms to him either by email, must do that. Naughty. So yeah, he came along, and obviously they have our coffee for their coffee porter that they make, which is actually award-winning beer. So but he's just recently opened in Elland also a bar and coffee shop, so he's got a coffee machine now as well. So he came up to try some coffees, basically, well, to get some samples of coffees to try in his machine. So as I was already roasting coffee, because I had a load to roast, I had a load for Square Chapel again to roast, so he ended up watching me roast a load of coffee as well, which was nice. So roasted a load of coffee, had a chat with him, and he took away some samples So that was good for him to get those and give them a try. So it was just like a mad sort of rush of people. And of course the other thing was, I'd roasted all this coffee, it all needed sorting out and preparing for everyone. So after all the visitors and everyone was sorted out, I was then trying to get all my coffees bagged and labelled and sent out, and the Square Chapel order had to go to Square Chapel, so that needed doing. Right, I'm going to get rid of my parcels and then I'll be back to do Mr. Nellis's words of wisdom. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, we're back. So there's a guy walking down there now, so I'm going to wait for him. Oh, trying to scoot off. What did Mr. Nellis say? Has the words of wisdom come up yet? Not it yet, no. There. Wait for that, yes. So, do you like Tintin? I remember Tintin, Mr. Nellis, yes, but I can't say if I do like him or not. Crikey. We could be here a while. I don't know. Famous last words after this bike. We should be. Free! Home free. Great. So Tintin. Yeah, I remember Tintin, but can't say I really was a huge fan. I just remember watching him, that was all. But there you are. I presume you've been watching Tintin, Mr. Nellis. There we go now. We get stopped here so we can nip in and do a bit more. Trying to multitask and fit you in, Mr. Nellis, on the way back, because I can't think of anything else useful to speak about. Anyway, so also Mr. Nellis has been to Lightcliff Tea Rooms for lunch on Monday afternoon. Delivery there Tuesday afternoon, Mr. Nellis. Not me, the van driver took it, honestly. So wouldn't have seen you, but you might have seen our van if you'd been there, but you weren't. So not get in the way of the bus. So yes, Lightcliff Tea Rooms, van went Tuesday and you went Monday, Mr. Nellis. But there you are. So what else have we got? He says, I'm desperately trying to read both. We have been to Peel Park as a Pennine Magpie trip on Tuesday morning and afternoon. Oh right, Peel Park's pretty good actually. I like Peel Park. Can't think what the weather was like Tuesday though, Richard. Don't think it was too bad, was it? It's supposed to be pouring at the moment. Forecast was terrible. Gales and flooding and all sorts, and I think it was isolated areas of the UK, but they're kind of suggesting everywhere would get a bit of it. But so far, seems alright to me. Has come dark early tonight. Obviously the nights are drawing in quite a lot. So fireworks. Monday night was firework night, of course, November the 5th. Celebrating Guy Fawkes and his gunpowder plot. And we didn't have any fireworks as usual, which I think I said last week we weren't gonna. In fact, I took a couple of scrap pallets from work that were all bit broken up to throw in the burner bin for Guy Fawkes, you know, just to do the thing, do the burning of something on the night, even if we weren't setting the fireworks off, and it didn't bother. What great weather was it actually, and then the time I got in and no one else was bothered. Youngest was asleep when I got in because it's just totally random. He seems to get home from school now, have a nap, for some hours, and then wake up when he should be going to sleep, and then he's awake for ages when he's supposed to be sleeping, little monkey. Don't know what to do with him. So so no one was bothered, so I was like, oh, well, I'm not bothered either then, so so I've still got the wood. I'll burn it at some point in the old burner bin, because I'm quite often doing that sort of thing. But yeah, because I was going to go out actually and try and get some photos and do a post out of it, of course, make a bit of a firework photo post, because there's plenty about, tons of fireworks about. But that wasn't to be either, so well, haven't got time to make a post anyway on fireworks or anything else for that matter. Could do with doing one tonight, but I'll probably end up being tomorrow. To be honest, I can't. Not really in the mood tonight either, to be honest. I'm just feeling a bit. Oh hello. See you then. Oh, I could do a bit of reading of Mr. Nellis while I'm here, couldn't I? He's watched Titanic. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. You can never know with these lot. There's not so many want to indicate nowadays. You're just going to guess which direction they're going in off the roundabout. So, Titanic, Mr. Dallas, that sounds pretty good. Oh my, whoever posed well. There's only ever when I do the vlog I'm yawning like this. Any other night I'm driving home, I'm fine. I'm not yawning at home. I don't know if it's the being on camera's putting me off. So it's Steamfest for Steam It. So Steamfest is in Poland this year, Krakow, Poland. Starting on Wednesday. I forget how many days it's actually on for, but so it's quite a big event. Everyone out and about, and yeah, loads of people that I know of on Steam blockchain are over there enjoying themselves in Krakow in Poland. And also my witness team partner, Deranged Visions, has flown over from America to be there, which is pretty cool, to promote his new project, D-Stores, which is going to be a sort of blockchain-based online selling platform, which is going to be pretty cool when it gets finished. In fact, I think it's really, that's why it's out and about now, because they are nearly finished. So that's great, and hopefully we're going to get additional backing to move the witness up, although we've already moved up to rank 68 now, which is an incredibly high rank. Very pleased with that. Producing a steam power every 2 hours now, which is super fortunate that I set off my backup server. In fact, that started that running on Monday, so I now have a secondary server just in case the first one has an issue. I've got that as a backup, separate, and also if there's any obviously software updates, then I can shut down, or I can switch from one to the other. So the backup, I can update the SteamD software on if there's a new update. Then basically what I'll do is switch block production from my main one to that backup one, switching around the configs with a quick stop start, and then I can update the main one, given it takes a good 5 hours at least to run a replay, and then once the update's done on the main one, switch the configs back round again and start on the main one, and the backup just continues being the backup. So all in all, we'll just sneak past there, I think. That's pretty good going. Because obviously now we've moved up considerably, having a backup is a big bonus. They could be losing quite a lot of... What are you doing, you lunatic? Losing quite a lot of steam power just in replay time. Obviously, I'd need to be doing a lot of replays to lose that much, but it's nice to have that backup for me, I think. And I quite want to run some release candidates. If they're going to start doing release candidates, which sort of pre-update before they unleash it on the masses, as it were, testers, being able to run that on a backup is quite handy, you know, non-production environment, and then maybe just phase it in and resolve a few blocks with it and see what happens as far as transactions, if it all affects anything, if anyone notices or whatever else. So, mysterious man in his van, I think he's the sweetie man. This is a man running around in his dressing gown. Normal fare for around here, to be honest. They're all a bit potty. House is in darkness. Have you got your keys? We're going to Funsies, they said. Yes. Turned all the lights out. Great. Big sign up outside the house. Nobody in. Come and burgle us now, please. Given the fact that we're in the not a particularly salubrious area of Buttershaw. But good news is I can get in and have a bit of peace and quiet, and I think Words with Witty will be on soon, so that'll be fantastic. Right, let's have a go. Quickly finish off what's been telling me. Anne-Marie Minhall on Classic FM, as she mentioned about one listener knitting Darth Vader. Knitted Darth Vader, that's pretty cool. Me, as I've heard the Floral Dance, which was the first brassed-off tune played by the Brighouse and Rastrick Band at David Carr's on Thursday afternoon. The death of Hugh McDowell, who is... who? Hugh? So long, Hugh. Right. Have a good weekend. Week next week, I'm off in to enjoy some peace and quiet. See ya.